Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. I thought that today would be a really good day to tell or start to tell the story of my experience in the fashion world in Zambia. It's a bit random, I know, and to be honest, I don't even know where this story will take us, but as you know, I like to tell stories, and I'm actually in a space where I feel as though I'm the bridge between the former me and the future me. Maybe it's because I'm bordering on 30, but I've really been in this retrospective space of looking back at the dreams that I had previously and looking forward to how I plan on implementing those dreams. I'm actually a person who has many dreams, but when I look back at how passionate I used to be about them, and I come across certain things that I wrote down or that I, did back then, I'm really amazed by the audacity that I had. I was so passionate about it, and I'm currently, trying to dig through those archives, trying to see not really where I went wrong, but trying to, piece together when things changed or when I became so serious about certain things and when I forgot certain things and how I've ended up where I am and where I actually want to go. And I think it's been quite rewarding. And, this is one story that I've written down several times. I've said I really want to tell this story on YouTube in the hopes that it can actually inspire somebody else, as I like to do on this channel. So it all started with a little black book. As you can see, this little book says Elle magazine. I was sorting through some old files and I came across it, and it really, as soon as I saw it, it reminded me of when I had it and what it was all about. So I always was a person who loved fashion. I used to watch fashion TV all the time, and I've had quite a few different experiences that have come about from different opportunities to work and to operate in the fashion world, not on on quite a super serious level. I mean, I went from the story I'm about to tell you today to actually working behind the scenes at Zambia Fashion Week, and it seemed quite normal at the time, but when I look back, I'm like, that's actually quite a big thing. I worked behind the scenes. I worked in collaboration with Zambia Fashion Week to some extent, and I really want to just sort of tell this story. So I'm not sure how many different videos this will be, but for the next few videos, this is what I'll be talking about. So if you're interested, please do stick around, and I'll be really excited to tell the story. So this little black book, today's story is really about how I attended my first ever fashion show in Zambia, in Lusaka, and what that experience was like. So I was a college student, and a lot of these stories actually happened while I was still studying. I was in uni, and I really just wanted to dabble in all of these other things that I enjoyed. So I was blogging, and that's actually when my blogging journey began. And that's sort of what drew me to actually attending Zambia Fashion Week. So I took my blogging very seriously. Even though I actually never wrote a blog post about Zambia Fashion Week, I was determined to, which is why I had this little notebook. So I used to buy magazines a lot. I love magazines. I can't get enough of them. I still have my collection and I still read them. And one of the things that I loved then, or one of the magazines that I was not subscribed to, but I used to buy very regularly when my very limited budget would allow, was Elle magazine. And this was actually one of the freebies from one of the magazines that I bought. And I think it's one of the reasons why I actually bought it. I was like, that looks so professional, and so it just looks so it looks like dreams, right? I was so determined to get this magazine, and so I bought it, and I was like, I'm going to be that person. I'm going to be that blogger who shows up to an event, and I'll have my little notebook and I'll be taking notes about everything that's happening. I'm going to write up a detailed blog post, which never happened. And even when I flick through the pages, I'm wondering if so I've got like a few names here, like Zambia Fashion Week, and I've got a few names of designers and a few little notes. But if I remember this experience in its entirety, I don't think I was writing down a lot. I think I was more captivated by what was actually going on. And I remember that I was so, I don't want to say broke, but I was on a very tight budget. I was really determined to get to Fashion Week. I can't remember, there must have been tickets which I had purchased. I can't remember honestly how much they cost, but I remember that I didn't have a dress to wear. I can't remember if the theme was actually chitenge, but I do remember that I really wanted to wear a chitenge dress. And so what I actually did was I bought a chitenge. It might have been from Pep. I think it was this like gray and red and white sort of geometric pattern chitenge, and I really wanted to have a dress. And I thought, what would be cooler than making it myself? I was envisioning being on the red carpet and being asked, who are you wearing today? I think I watched too much TV, but I thought they would be asking me, who are you wearing? And I would be like, I made it myself. And that would just like propel me into this whole world of fashion, but that never actually happened. And it's not that I had a sewing machine or anything. I hand stitched this dress. So I went to Kamwala, I bought thread, I bought a zip, and I was stitching this dress. And I actually remember that the day of the event, I hadn't yet finished making it. And so I was like hurriedly trying to finish the last hem before heading out. And I remember that I didn't have all the money that I needed. I didn't have a lot of money left over. It might have been the middle of the month. All I remember is that I got on a bus there because I was staying not too far. It was happening at Mulungushi Conference Center, and I was staying in, what's that place? Not Olympia. I was staying in, oh my goodness, the word has gone. Central Street, somewhere there. And I caught the bus and dropped off at arcades, and I had my heels in my handbag, and I just sort of like got off the bus, quickly put my heels on, and then strutted my way into Mulungushi. And I had my hair up. I actually have a photo. They were taking photos on the red carpet, and I couldn't wait for them to put out the photos. But obviously, like, the picture quality wasn't great, so this is the only photo I have to document this experience. But I'll put it somewhere here for you to see. I went in and sat down and found a nice seat, and it was such an amazing experience. I had my notebook and I was writing down all the designers' names as they came out. It was a spectacular event. It really had me like amazed by the standard. I was loving every single bit of it. And I just remembered how, at the end of the event, I was like sort of hanging around trying to network. I knew nobody there. I went by myself. But that I had, I think, 50 kwacha to my name, which I had, and I said, this is going to be for me booking a taxi at the end of the night. I didn't even know if I could get a taxi in there, but I actually managed to get one, and I got home, and I just remember thinking, wow, that was amazing. To be honest, it's not really about the what happened on the day itself, but it's just that I look back and I'm so inspired by past me, in the sense that I did so much to get to that point of saying, I'm here, I've arrived, and nobody needed to know what went on behind the scenes of me hand stitching my dress. Nobody needed to know that I had no money to my name and that I caught the bus there. I was there and I had arrived, and I was part of the experience in whatever little way that was. And that actually led to that event itself didn't lead to many opportunities, but it opened up my eyes to the world that was out there, the fashion scene in Zambia. Just thinking about how passionate I was, and the dreams that I had then of becoming this amazing. It's not that I wanted to be a fashion blogger necessarily, it's just that I always wanted to tell stories, and that was something that I kind of put on the sideline for so long because I was trying to, follow a career path that really wasn't me. And I was trying to, I had the determination, I had the passion, but I didn't know if I had what it took to stick it through. And so, I'm thinking of current me and how, as much as I would love to have a lazy Sunday, I have to draw inspiration and give credit to past me for being that girl who said, you know what, no matter what, I'm going to dedicate this time. I'm going to remain committed to the goal. And I'm just going to go out there, put myself out there and see what happens. I think there's a lot that can be learned from that girl who just had a dream and had a desire and just said, you know what, I'm just gonna go and see what happens, and I don't need to know anyone in that space, but I'm just going to have that confidence to show up anyway and do my thing and enjoy the moment. And I'm really I just have so much love for that girl. I know it's me, but that's one of the main things that I've been drawing from, just having that confidence come back. Because even now when I think of who I am as a person, I've become a bit more reserved, and maybe that's come with age, but I think a lot of it has come with lots of experiences that have been demotivating, or experiences that have caused me to cower and to dim my light a little bit because I don't want to shine too brightly. I mean, we all have areas in our lives where we are the confident one, but I think now I'm almost afraid to show up and be who I am, be my most authentic self, because I'm so aware of other people's opinions and what other people think of me. And when I think of Wong of the past, that wasn't something that mattered at all to her. She just showed up and she was who she was, and she got the rewards for it. I just love how out there I was and how many different experiences I have, and I'm very, very excited to share some more of the stories. This one wasn't really a story. I guess it was somewhat of an introduction to the different stories that I have to share about my experiences in the fashion scene. But I've been very excited, and I think even as the projects that I'm currently working on, which I'll be sharing more with you soon, a lot of that is coming from the past me, the lessons that I've learned along the way, and I'm very excited for where I'm going. So that's all I had to say today. I hope it wasn't too much random ramblings. It always is with me. I don't even know what I'm saying. I suppose I just wanted to end this video off by saying, life is full of opportunities that come in many shapes, many forms, many unexpected ways, and we have to be, like I said in the previous video, paying attention to what's going on and not missing those opportunities because we're afraid, but having that confidence to say, you know what, I'm gonna go with this and see what happens. So enjoy your new week. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you enjoy the content and if you're interested in hearing more of my stories. I'm very glad that you stopped by and watched this, and I'll be seeing you very soon. Bye.